welcome all of you creepy cooks and monster mac makers. Here we are at the Mac Ranch for the ooey gooey ooky spooky macaroni and cheese competition.
This is somebody's fetish.
We've given 2 competitors a delicious pantry of harvest staples to combine into the best macaroni and cheese they can manage over the course of 36 grueling hours.
Well, we're trying really hard on the cheddar brats.
How good will that macaroni and cheese be? That's for them to decide. Here, Halloween Mac Championship.
My name is Frankie Frayne, and I live with 2 beautiful daughters, Nina and Gloria. Ever since I was a child, I've loved 2 things: Halloween and macaroni and cheese.
My name is Jonathan Hunt, and I'm from southern Massachusetts. And today I'm gonna cook me some macaroni and cheese. I've been cooking macaroni and cheese since I was 3 years old, right next to my mama.
Every Halloween, mama, dada, brother, sister, uncle, auntie, grandpa, grandpapa, and the rest of us would all bring out our best ingredients and make a harvest mac and cheese. Today, we're gonna put a lot of mushrooms, a lot of peppers, and a lot of different kinds of cheeses into this pasta.
My partner today is Frankie Frayne. We've been cooking macaroni and cheese for 30-something years now, and we have been an incredible pair. Made some unbelievable macaroni and cheeses, and I have no reason to believe we won't repeat that today.
John is one good chef. He's the kind of guy that's not afraid to put a lot of cheese into a pot. He don't play games.
We have to de-rind it.
How do you get into this thing? Does it still have wrappings on it, or is this the cheese?
That's cheese.
That's the cheese. Frankie is off the wall. He's just not being what I need him to be. Get the fat activated.
Which is what I always say right as I start a run. Let's get that fat activated.
I mean, literally, that's what you're doing. Uh-oh, Frankie. A big mistake. My spoon, it's all wet. Now it's covered in flour, and now the flour won't release from the spoon correctly. I gotta regain my composure. I'm losing it in there.
If John's not able to get that flour to release from that spoon, we don't have time to remake the mac.
No, we can't just start again.
At this point, I'm looking at John and I'm going, say what? Let's see if it will release.
All right, gentlemen, next surprise in the competition. You have to complete the rest of this challenge without the use of your oven or stove.
What? Let's get to work. Kind of gory.
On top of the fridge, there's a
Severed limb.
a baking dish.
John has a baking platter made with love and cheese.
It's very thick. I might have to thin it out a little.
Look at that. It looks like mashed potatoes.
Was this the intended consistency of your sauce?
I wanted it a little thinner, to be honest.
It looks like mashed potatoes.
How does it compare to mashed potatoes?
It tastes a little bit like them.
It's too late now, Frankie, to turn back.
Cause it's too late to turn back now. I can feel you tremble when we touch.
You could definitely just enjoy that as a nice harvest pasta, but we're going further. We're gonna put it in the oven, and Frankie, I'm making an executive decision. We need crackers on top. Unless the wax is all just fake.
What's he saying over there?
It doesn't say anywhere on it how long it's aged.
36 grueling hours of aging.
These are all exclusive for Aldi products, and I think that Aldi just doesn't know how to make cheese.
That last cheese is pretty good. The first cheese is pretty good.
They're okay.
And you liked the cranberry cinnamon goat cheese.
That was from Aldi too.
You're being a bit of a dick about Aldi.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello. We have a macaroni and cheese for you.
Gentlemen, we have our 3 judges today. EJ, esteemed grill master and macaroni and cheese enthusiast. Zach, sage cheese expert. And Werner Craftkeeper, independent filmmaker whose filmography includes Boxdemic, Salt and Cheddar.
The judge I'm most concerned about is Warner Craftkeeper. He's a very strict man. He really knows a good mac when he sees it, so I want to make sure to impress him.
For a harvest mac, it's actually pretty good.
Definitely tasting that cinnamon. The cheese flavor is subdued.
You were like, hey, pick up some margarine. I don't want to have to bear the burden of the butter. This is an outdated Native American stereotype on a box.
We're not going to address it further.
Now what we have is a Frankie one and a John one.
Yes.
They're both fat.
They're both fat, but one's clearly fat. I'm a big man. I like a big noodle. That's the way it's going to go.
Yeah.
We'll have a little bit of butter. Not sure about the cheese whiz.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either.
I vote cheese whiz.
But de-cheese the cheese balls.
Okay.
making them very boring corn-based snacks.
I need a container for the boring corn base.
Oh yeah, you can throw
Residuals.
boring corn residuals in this pot right here.
Cheese ball cords.
A natural waste product. Ooh, a little oots more. Let's just wait and see.
Woof.
Yep.
Those are the letters. Maybe the world is blind or just a little unkind. Don't know. Boom. Seems you can't be sure of anything anymore. Although you maybe love me, and then one day you're smiling again. Every time I turn around.
I just got cream in an arc all over me.
Whoa.
Arcing
Somebody's fetish. Arcing ropes of
No, Frankie, no!
This isn't that kind of show. This isn't that kind of channel, guys.
the Arcing Ropes channel. I subscribe to the Arcing Ropes channel. They're up to something over there on YouTube. I got unsubscribed from the Arcing Ropes channel 8 times. I'm glad I got the sour cream. I didn't know if you were going to make use of it.
Yeah, I am definitely, because it's creamy and it's sour, and it's creamy and it's sour.
They don't smell like much of anything.
Take a bite.
Take a bite. Nina. Would you like a mostly de-cheese cheese ball?
Yep.
They're still pretty good. But if you sold those to me, I would be like, huh, we could resell these for half the price. Fill the containers back up. Junt's low quality cheese balls.
Any Nina fans? I've had my fingers all over them.
That's another Kickstarter goal.
Nina will touch every one of your cheese balls.
No.
And I miss you.
That's a good song. I like that. It's Vanessa Carlson
And I
song.
need you.
I want you.
You ever pass by somebody with like a window unit and you feel like really bad for them?
Yeah, myself when I go upstairs. I've got to get a mini split up there too.
Is it time?
Yeah, next year I'll get one.
You'll pay the man his money?
I'll pay the man his $3,000 or whatever dollars it'll cost.
Come on.
Then a layer of the pasta and cheese.
Pasta and cheese.
We had an earthquake this morning and we hear and it keeps going.
Yep.
And we both just
You took your healthy food and you threw it in butter.
Oh, you know it.
so I have a somewhat nasally voice already. You know, I kind of speak in my throat.
Yep.
My name also has kind of like a hard vowel.
Yeah.
Like Frankie.
Frank.
If I have a really stuffy nose and they're like, all right, we're just gonna go around the table, I'm like, man, Frankie. And almost always they're like, your name is Freddie? Frankie? I hate that. So I have to go real D-nasal with it. I'm like, hi, I'm Frankie. Hi, Frankie. I'm Frankie.
I'm contemplating one more egg. I think we'll be okay though.
One more egg.
One more egg.
All right.
One more egg.
All right.
Oh, now it's 2 eggy.
And I also want some salt.
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't that much.
It went on about as long as that earthquake did.
You don't need to put any wing sauce on this. It's
No.
fine.
No, we're not emergency wing saucing
Yeah,
this.
I'm not going for ketchup. $10 at the store, which is a little, I mean, it's a lot of freaking cheese here. A little expensive.
Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick.
Good saying, Nick.
Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick.
I love it.
All night. The Let It Snow version was very sexy.
Ooh.
When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be home.
Just singing that goofy.
Yeah. Well, the fire is slowly dying. Just lay on my bed. Baby, it's cold outside. I really can't stay. You ever see the opening to Count Dracula?
Yeah, it's great.
They're like, in Transylvania.
It's actually kind of
Count
legitimately
Dracula.
scary.
Slap that cheese. Slap.
Girl.
This is the rare piece.
Oh, it's white. It feels very privileged, doesn't it, to just like use it?
It feels like I'm living in the lap of literal luxury.
Holding on for dear life. I'm holding on for dear life. Oh my God. The cheese dump.
That should be
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink.
I don't think it needs any more salt, but don't get your hopes up. What a disappointment. Now I've got 3 pounds of it. Do the French mac, add in the oots. right?
Because we, and
Utz.
by the way,
Utz.
it is pronounced Utz, but for the purposes of our show, we will move forward with Oots.
Okay. Those shells are going to be stuffed with sausage and ricotta and some herbs and spices.
This is food we bought from Burlington Coat Factory.
Yes, this is Burlington Coat Factory authentic shells. All right, well, we got a lot to do. Is it one lump or two? Every so often, beat off the meat.
The chicks.
Nina, how's the balls?
Excellent. Cleanly shaven.
Zach, could I have you cut up some basil?
How much?
Use your best judgment.
Not too much. It's fucking basil.
I mean, a fair amount. The kind of amount you would send home to mother.
A mother amount of basil.
I'm opening the ricotta. It's a pretty good cheese. It's mild, right? It's not going to offend anybody.
It's not going to offend mother. So at this stage, John's microphone has broken. I wonder if we could go to a reality show style interview with him about it.
I'm trying my best to keep together in there, but it's falling apart. We're having troubles with the microphone. We're having troubles with the cheese sauce. It's all going to heck.
At this point, we are wondering what happened to Jonathan Hunt's microphone.
Thank you, Nina. You're doing God's work over there with the cheese balls. I don't know if God would ask you to ever do that, but...
Oh, thank God you're here. Here's a bucket of cheese balls.
I think Nina is the best cheese ball shaver we got. We used to buy Prince, and Prince isn't the best quality pasta.
No, the best quality pasta is from Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah. So we have a conundrum.
You have that other grater.
I do have that other grater, yes. Conundrum solved. I forgot there's one more cheese. So we're up to 10.
Oh my God, we're cooking with a big guy.
And we're gonna add a little more milk to that too.
The big guy.
Joe Biden?
You're the big guy, I think you are. I don't know.
The big man. You're the big man, I think. I don't know. Maybe you're not. But you're the big man, I think.
She's through half a container of oots.
Shredding the midnight cheese.
Yes. Just if you're gonna put it that high, just make it really stir.
If you're gonna make it that high, just make it really stir.
Is that what I said?
Yep.
Yep.
It came upon a midnight clear. Feels like Ratatouille. You made the soup.
Doesn't that look pretty good, Zach? Like you could just eat it?
But why not dump mac and cheese on it? Yeah, it's delicious. I don't even know what we're doing. All is calm.
Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. None of the forks are clean.
We can't possibly clean 5
can't
forks.
clean-
5 forks are dirty. At this point, we are fresh out of forks. You can hear John grunting in the background because he has to clean 5 forks. It's gonna take a little while. So everybody take a wet ass fork.
There's a Mac up in this house. There's
Some Mac up in his house.
Say it, say the thing.
Come on.
Yay! So imagine, if you will, a man in a mac and cheese mask making off with all the mac and cheese. I only realized it later where I was like, that must be, I'm literally buying nothing else. Holla freaking pena.
Holla freaking peno.
The notion that this bright red mac and cheese is gonna be anywhere near that canker sore.
Pre-dread.
Look at that psycho on the branding. Look at that. Doesn't it look like that like colored sand that we saw at the fair? It went up my nose.
Oh my God, it looks gross. It's clearly artificial food coloring.
Oh, look at this. This is what you're excited about? This is what we gotta review? Look at this. It looks like somebody's bleeding.
It looks horrible.
Ew. That is so red and so stupid. It looks like a weird like horror sequence where they're like, I was just cooking and then it was bloody.
Oh, that's not appetizing. It doesn't even look like tomato. It just looks...
They're trying to make it look like a stupid snack.
It does look like a blood splatter from like the 70s.
Very vibrant cheese color. It reminds me of like old mac and cheese. Super orange.
Back in the bad old days. In the heat of the summer night, in the land of the dollar bills.
Man, I'm not looking forward to that red mac. No one ever had done, like to my knowledge, a pipette-based mac, right? Except for Walmart's.
Got it.
Good job, Frankie. Not a single noodle was lost that day.
The song Amadeus.
And it was hot potato, hot potato.
Because if you listen for hot potato when you listen to that song,
can hear it.
You'll hear it. It's more like a sour cream mac.
Yeah, I agree with you.
A sour cream mac. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle and his name was Aiken Drum. And his hair was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti.
His hair was made of spaghetti.
His eyes were made of meatballs, his nose was made of cheese, and his mouth was made of pizza.
Wonderful.
And he played upon a ladle.
Sure.
They
Yeah.
stand tall ways and
Yes.
top wise.
Yeah.
John accidentally spilled an entire container of dish soap in the back hallway. And I hear John go, "Oh, I've made a mess. Oh, I've made a very big mess.
Oh, wow. I didn't even notice I was stepping in it.
Yeah, be careful. It's super slippery, of course, because it's dish detergent.
Hello.
Hello. You triggered my scale.
No.
Somebody had to.
Hey! It's a good joke. I'll allow it, but hey. Oh, yeah. It's so good.
So if you see him, you gotta get him.
All right, gotta get him. Gotta go fast.
And when I'm telling a story, there's a lot of yups and yups and yups and yups. So I used to be a busboy at this like coastal restaurant down the street here when I was 16 or so.
Yep.
I was like an MVP busser.
Yep.
Where if a waitress was carrying a bunch of dishes away, I would actually go and grab them from her to just free her up and let her go to the next thing. They love that. And when he talks to his dad, it's in this like thick Rhode Island accent, which is the funniest thing of all. He doesn't like to be told that either, by the way. He's getting
I've accepted it.
to a stranger. He's extremely agreeable,
I am.
right?
I don't want any trouble.
You're a stranger. You're not gonna see him fumbling with water bottles, going fuck. For Peter Smith, I should make a compilation of like the start of every take, because the start of every take is okay, so, or all right.
So we've been dealing with okay, so let's go over the set. So I actually okay, so let's go over the, okay, so now that, okay, we're gonna test the printer. Okay, so I've gone through.
Okay, so,
All right.
okay. So, all right. Can you do the accent you do around your dad? What happened over here, Jay?
I don't know what it sounds like.
I'm gonna clean it up, Dad. Don't worry about the dish soap.
You stare that. I'm gonna put you to work if you're gonna make fun of me. Stir it.
It's all right, Dad. You can't stay away from this half a gallon of dish soap all over the floor.
It's like the only thing that would be worse is if I spelled acid and it was actually eating through the floor.
Don't worry about the acid, Dad.
Okay, I won't.
You could argue that this episode is one of the most important episodes of BoxMac ever.
Really?
You could argue that.
All right.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Many factors can constitute the best food product, including but not limited to business ethics. How many times did we factor in business ethics?
0. Should I abort the whole thing?
No. You keep going. But is the mac and cheese gonna taste like that?
I don't know.
It's gonna be shitty. Well, that's really what you want to know, right? The food science of it all.
Yep.
That's not dish soap, is it?
No. I think that the analysis was incredible. And it certainly told me some things I didn't really know. And it told me some things I did already know. Certain Macs I liked, certain Macs I didn't like. But some of the... Do you see what I'm doing right now, Frankie?
You're leaning and like glaring at your own spice drawer.
Yes, I'm trying to think of ways to help this Mac out.
I feel constipated just looking at that.
Yeah, you should. What do the early reviews say, Frankie?
What does IGN say?
It's thinner and not as satisfying. Is it a big deal? Nah, but this is only worthy of buying if it's cheaper than the name brand. That sounds like an IGN review. While it doesn't stack up to Kraft macaroni and cheeses we remember from our childhoods, Betty Baker will satisfy.
Fans of the genre will definitely appreciate
Fans of it.
Anybody in any of our films that we've ever been involved in go on to do anything but really big? Any film that you've been involved in college or any
John Ryan is a personality on IGN, apropos.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt McGorry was not in any of our stuff, but I was in stuff with him, and he is easily the most successful because he was like on Orange is the New Black and stuff.
Yep.
There's this one guy, he played like the hot boyfriend in Sexually Frank. I think he's a realtor now. But he had this reel, I wonder if I can find it, like other on-screen appearances he made besides our film. And one of them was like teaching people how to like kayak in like Hawaii. Like he was like a tour guide, but he was really just an actor. He was really just he was actually convincing. He's like, hey guys, we're gonna have an unforgettable day today. All right.
All right, so you guys ready for a little adventure this morning? All right.
He actually says all right, which I was like, is that the Matthew McConaughey thing you're doing?
Yeah.
All right.
Like there was the girl in Abo who gets hit by like the eraser.
Yep.
And she goes, faith has blinded me.
Oh, faith has blinded me.
Great gag, by the way.
She, Nina wrote it on the day. She's like, a fetching young lady now.
Somebody's gonna bring that out, like at her wedding day, they'll put that clip up and everybody will laugh.
Gloria's learning comedy.
Yeah.
And I think she's gonna be good at it. She's pretty funny.
I can control it. I can control a pig. I can control a pig. Control it.
That's why we should get a pet
Control
pig.
it.
Do you remember how much these were a piece? You picked these up at a local supermarket.
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Well, It could have been 20 bucks a box, no problem.
These were $20 a box.
There's 2 on the back wall that are also controlled by the third dial. I don't need to lean. I lean because I choose to lean. Not because I must.
Not because anybody makes me. Gloria came home one day from school and she was going like, and macaroni. And I was like, what? Like, are you saying something about macaroni?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni. I was like, what?
What?
And she's like, there's a kid at my school who sings this. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni. Holy. During my song?
Sorry, say it again.
Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni.
You could definitely sing it like a country round, too. Like, chicken wing, chicken macaroni, bologna.
And they're like, now admit the prequels are good. I was like, they're not good. Well, then what do you want? The Disney ones? Those are bad, too. Oh, so only the original trilogy is good.
Yes.
It really only is. Did you know that, like, if you're an adult and you're less than 100 pounds, you have to sit in a child seat in the car?
What?
Yeah. Get me a kid seat. I mean, I lost 140 pounds. I would only have to lose another 50 to get in the kid seat.
You know what I need to do is replace that cocoa with cheese powders. That looks like ice cream.
It certainly does.
It makes sense, you know, dairy and cheese. It's weirdly good.
It's very salty. The cheese is distinctly Kraft, though. If this had walnuts in it, I think it would be fantastic.
Or cashews, or
Yep.
almonds, or graham cracker.
Or uncooked pasta.
We get out to the BoxMac permanent display. BoxMac.
Is this like when you used to pick football teams in grade school?
I was always the last.
You were always cotton candy?
Yeah.
You were like-
It was either me or there was like one kid who was equivalently like not fat, but skinny and stupid.
The last 30 years have been a roller coaster of not really knowing what causes massive obesity on a large level.
If you don't know by now, it's carbohydrates. Like,
Yes.
I don't want to spoil it.
Oh my God.
Did you forget the way boxed macaroni and cheese works?
Okay, here's what happened.
Yeah.
I was very distracted by
Oh, the other packet.
the other packet.
So much so that you forgot that there's...
I was like, oh, that should all be there.
It's one of my absolute favorite sodas.
Soders.
Put 5.333 tablespoons of milk in each one of these. Too much?
Maybe 5.34.
All right, give that a sniff. Doesn't that smell like...
Oh, come on.
There you go. I hope you're happy.
Look, it's making it green because yellow plus purple.
It's beets. Beets have made it that color. I could just add beets if you didn't want sugar and other chemicals.
Does the coloring nauseate you?
It does. It nauseates. Ew. Why is it the color of ash?
Grandma! Oh, because this is the poutine. The poutine. Ew. Dude.
Oh my gosh, very, very spicy, Frankie.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna need some cotton candy.
Wash it down.
Literally dozens of people sent me the promotional imagery of this. And
Yeah.
were like, something to try? Something for you? It's probably good for dietary reasons.
Oh yeah, I mean, we threw out so much last episode that you wouldn't even believe.
It didn't matter that the BoxMacs were bad.
Yeah.
Because all the flavoring's coming from
Yes.
up north.
Up north.
Oh my goodness, a milk spill.
It's minor.
There's no reason to cry over it?
No, it's not like when it goes blub blub on the floor.
No.
You want to get to stir in here?
Not really.
You know, I'd be way more excited about these if they didn't suck. Let's try the jalapenos.
Here we go, tongue. Here we go. Nothing yet.
Nothing yet for me.
There's
No spice.
There's nothing there.
There's no spice in it. All it tastes like is someone's chopped a little bit of unspicy jalapeno pepper into it, which makes it actually the most pleasing one of all. What do I anticipate? I mean, spending 30% more than normal.
I think you want a pumpkin. You
Kinda
should get.
do,
Well,
but-
get it.
All right.
Oh, $9.99. What will we do? How will we make Christmas?
I think that the manager told some young hapless employee to like just put pumpkins on the shelf.
Yeah, you're going for a gourd. You're out of your gourd. I mean, you might overestimate prices anywhere that you're a little uncomfortable. You're like, that's probably $100.
It's probably $1,000. Of the $177 grocery transaction, 81 is related to this Mac. Jesus Christ.
An $81 Mac.
$81 Mac. You can use that as the headline.
Yeah,
$81 Mac? And me looking...
When I told John we're gonna shave, he was like, "Don't do it." Dramatic reenactment.
Right.
Oh, don't shave your beard, Frankie. You look good with a beard.
You do.
You look like a totally different person to me in my head. You look like you did in your first day of school photo.
All right, Nina. Whoa.
It's so bizarre.
What do you think?
Look, it's your vision.
I thought it was gonna be smoked. I thought it was gonna be lightly smoked.
I would call it significantly smoked.
I would call it substantially smoked, SS. I am gonna use some of this. I don't think I'm gonna use all of it though.
All the cheese. All the cheese.
No, Nina. No, I won't do it. But I want it to taste great.
Okay.
But they won't know. Just say it tastes great.
What if someday in the future we can convert this to AI and you'll be able to immersively experience it, be here in the kitchen, taste the mac, and it's not very good.
He's got a point.
Here, you can have some flipping tools.
Flippin'? Oh, I thought we were nicely saying.
You have some flipping tools. Yeah. Incredulous nerd.
Dancing nerd.
Dancing high waist nerd. Give me some more though, so that I can remain fed and happy.
Fat and sassy.
Getting all fat and sassy.
Just get all fat and sassy.
We're gonna cook up a chorizo and get all fat and sassy.
Back when it was just Frankie and I, it was like, oh, we're just gonna eat Oreos and hang out without power.
Yeah,
if we have
get
to.
all fat and sassy.
The pasta's gonna be a little weird because it's been holding for a while.
The pasta's a little weird. It's been holding for a while.
Yes.
The pasta could have been less weird had it not held so long.
Yeah, if we didn't hold the pasta, it would have been less weird.
John speak.
Nina, could you please throw all of the vegetables in?
You know, the vegetables. Apples and pears.
See how we heat it now, it's gooing less?
What you're telling me is that heat melts cheese?
Yeah.
Junt branded stove, you can just put a pot there, turn up the heat, and it will melt the cheese?
Yep.
Oh, but see how the pasta's a little weird?
Well, yes, because it's really been held. Well, yeah, well, there's a reason for that, because if it holds, it gets weird. You don't like it?
I do. I think it's great. It's very nice.
Hell of a mac. Hell of a mac. You know what would have improved the breadcrumbs?
What?
If they tasted like nothing.
Really?
Because the only thing that they are doing is adding nice texture.
Okay.
But then they come in with all this kind of like, hey, but also I can do a lot of other stuff. And I haven't hit any apple. This is the second time that you've put apples in mac and you've made them vanish.
You pulled out too many apples.
Anyone looking to get rid of apples, now you know how.
Yeah. John can help you.
I can help you hide them in your favorite dishes.
This is baby's first unboxing.
You've always been cast in shadows, staring at
Looking
unboxing.
at the unboxing from afar.
Your eyes can be so cruel. I asked John, I said, "You're gonna be more Christmassy than that?" And he goes,
Sure.
I never got into like buying Christmas clothes.
I think it's incredibly tacky.
What I mean is to dress in something besides burlap.
Oh no, I actually only own burlap. All of my clothing is this shirt. It's just a different color.
You might want to stray away from the oogie boogie.
Look, I love it. It's warm, comfortable, cheap. I like the spoon though.
The spoon is very Junterklaus.
Where is that spoon nowadays?
It's in the other room. You want me to get it?
Yeah, go get it.
Yeah.
So that he can have some Christmas clothes. Can you get some Christmas clothes for John?
Don, is there one that's not in a package? I'm sorry.
Take one of the package ones. I don't give a
Okay, well that means we have to
He
open
starts
it.
getting aggressive around this point. Whenever there's Matt in another room looking for something in John's house, and he goes, "Hey, John, could you provide direction?" John goes, "Ah,
no direction whatsoever.
I don't give a sh." Stitch Fix is one of those like subscription services where you get new clothes every month, and they try to approximate your taste, and then you send back what you don't like.
Businesses like that I'm not the demographic. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
you don't wear Christmas clothes.
If I was out in the world, and I was starving to death, and I came upon a warehouse full of these, I might keep going.
Look how sweaty it is.
That's the most upsetting part is like the sweatiness of it.
I like the idea of John in the apocalypse being selective, the last man on Earth.
Do we have to eat these?
No. You can throw those in the trash. I think we should send our fans a statement.
Oh, John does not like themed clothing at all.
I never really got into mac and cheese
Got
clothing.
into macaroni and cheese clothing.
I literally just have burlap.
What day be it today?
Today? Why today is Pirate Pizza Review Day?
Are you hungry, puppet?
I am, sir.
Consider yourself a puppet.
Cookie pizza, cookie pizza.
Oh, I like the song. Cooking pizza, cooking pizza.
Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid the egg.
Now, did the Grinch book come out before or after the movie?
Before.
What color is he in that one?
Wait.
Yeah, they don't even color him. And then let me ask you this. Why does he have such a distended, low, giant stomach?
Because he ate Cindy Lou's whole family.
Right, and then he took a big Cindy Lou Who poo.
And they all pooped forever and they got flushed down the toilet.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
John owns a False-Graph Village Rooster, a collector's piece of which only 500 were made. False. They are very rare and very expensive, and I'd love to have one.
I would have seen it.
I thought I had.
I thought it would be displayed prominently in one of our contents.
So, cock-a-doodle-doo, EJ.
Which of these three is my favorite?
It's just, it could be anything.
Which of these 3 bowls is my favorite Falstaff bowl? You seem to really be amused by this, Frankie.
I think he's just really realizing this absurdity.
Did I win? No, I won.
Frankie won.
And we find ourselves at the abandoned mall yet again.
I didn't think I would ever be back here to see it in this form.
This is my church. I'm coming here now. I'm coming to church in the Swansea Mall. Sometimes things just happen and the universe speaks to you at the right time.
Look, an elf. John is like, they got snow coming down.
I'm just bewildered, trying to process this in real time and failing. I'll have to talk about it later. I'm overwhelmed.
Merry Christmas.
Big smile, big smile.
Look, Nina's got snow in her hair.
She does. Well, I'm gonna take off my shawl. As much as I love this thing, it's good. It would be a cooking hazard.
We don't need to be pouring bechamels into specialty pots.
You've seen us do it, and if you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. Just go back through the archive and watch it.
Don't seem like Christmas if the mummers are not here. Granny would say as she knit in her chair. Things have gone modern, and I suppose that's the cause. Christmas is not like it was.
Any mummers loaded? Hark, what's the noise out by the porch door? Granny, 'tis mummers, there's 20 or more. Her old weathered face lightens up with a grin. Any mummers, nice mummers, loud in. Come in, lovely mummers, don't bother the snow. We can wipe up the water, sure, after you go. Sit if you can, or on some mummer's knee. Let's see if we know who you be. There's big ones and tall ones and small ones and thin. Boys dressed as women and girls dressed as men.
The trick to making standard U.S. craft taste good is this right here. Much like hot cocoa. When you put in the powder matters. We all know this. I think we decided it's like 15% better, says some mac and cheese doctors.
17 out of 20 doctors agree.
Yeah, needs more salt.
Think so? I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's fine.
The tables have turned.
I know. I'm so lost.
By episode 200, it'll be me going, most of that's gonna go down the drain. No salt here.
There's definitely plenty of salt in that, Frankie. Independent analysis on the
Do I have
white back.
do I have COVID?
Is it sufficiently salted?
Yes.
I think it's salty enough.
Okay, 3 out of 4 doctors agree. I don't even remember unboxing it.
No.
We can do dick pics.
Pics? I don't think that joke's gonna make it. Oh, look, there's another. There's another.
Quad pics.
Quad pics. Thank you for your insight, Zachary.
Thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you for your service,
Oh, you're welcome. You're a bigger patriot than me. Godspeed.
And the reason we're using it is because it was on big sale.
Look at that thing. Look at that malformed mound. It's like cutting a cake. Do you remember the boat chase in the 3rd act when they're chasing each other around in boats? And there's this one part where I don't even know what they crash into, probably nothing. But it catapults them in slow motion into the air, and they're doing this stuff, and it's just 2 stunt actors, just 2 different dudes. Nothing to obscure the faces, just 2 guys in slow-mo. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni.
I really like the, I think it's just good.
Yeah, that's descriptive. It's, okay, goodbye. Yeah, if you find yourself upon some dick pics, dick pics get a bad rap.
Take a look. Take a look and see what you see. You might be pleasantly surprised. You're gonna let that joke be in the episode?
You've killed EJ. Good job. Now we have no cameraman. These are that prep where you put all the stuff and the noodles in the thing and you leave it sit for 22.5 minutes.
Why do you always say leave it sit?
Leave it sit.
It's obviously non-grammatical. Are you just talking fast and it comes out crappy? Or did you mean to say leave it sit?
I meant to say leave it sit.
Yeah.
It's an expression in my mind,
Leave it sit.
Leave it sit. Like, I guess
Let
it sit.
Or let it set.
Yeah.
Because there's sometimes people mess up their sit and their sets.
I guess it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Hi there, yeah? Do you want salt? How do you want this prepared? And the big surprise is the bass is raw! Look at it! Look at this, pissing over, and the worst part is the panko crumbs are raw! Who is this for? Who's this product for?
For very thin women.
Really? It's gonna turn into a milkshake.
It's gonna bring all your boys to the yard.
Hey, you ever heard of bloodletting as a remedy back in like the 18th century?
Oh, sure.
I heard that when like George Washington was dying, you know, high status individual, they were like, we don't know, he's got some sort of fatal disease. Bring an expert from many states away, so you have to wait a couple days, and he's a bloodletting expert. He's gonna just cut open George Washington, take a little blood out, and see if that
does it.
See if that starts to clear things up a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna help, right?
After a series of medical procedures, including the draining of nearly 40% of his blood, he died that evening.
I can't imagine why. EJ, just be careful. I don't want you to. Oh! I don't want to eat this. My house is gonna smell like this. Don't barf in my house.
How do you describe that?
Barf. I've smelled barf that smells better than that.
Me too.
My kid's little angel barf smells better than that.
Angel barf. This one smells a little less like barf.
No, I'm seriously ill from the smell of that.
I am too. I'm not gonna eat this.
Oh no. No, seriously.
Did you eat the toy toy?
Oh, f***. Smell it.
No, please be careful with
Right
your
in your nose. That's not gross to you?
No.
That to me is vomit. That's the inside of somebody's stomach. Look, it's dog shit in the Mac.
I have a standard which says if it smells bad, you don't eat. That's the non-mushroom.
It's disgusting.
What I would do is I would take the noodles and wash them in a small pond, and then eat them.
It paints an image.
Of me over a small pond.
It's like you in some post-apocalyptic setting. Instead of doing laundry in the pond, airing out the Mac.
Like on a washboard.
We've only got one thing in the pantry. His contribution to the surviving village, will air out the Macs. Okay.
All right, well, we gotta try the worst. Yep. Disgusting.
Okay. Need to tell you what happened back there. I did put a big mushroom on my fork.
Yep.
With pasta all over it. And I put it in my mouth. And I bit down. It became instantly obvious that it wasn't going to start getting chewed or dissolved in my mouth. It's just a rock hard, disgusting turd. And I just aborted.
Yeah.
I'm just trying the pasta. It's got all the same problems as the one that needs a pond wash. Slowly, we are rebuilding. John washes the Mac in the pond as we recover from nuclear annihilation. I'm glad you found your antifungal shampoo.
Yeah, and I saw it from a stupid YouTube Shorts video of all things.
Hey, do you suffer from dandruff? Me too. Try this out.
Yeah, exactly.
Goodbye.
Does this give you flashbacks?
I'm afraid. Okay, let's go.
Does it give you flashbacks?
Yes. You heat or warm up. You cool down or off. You never heat off or warm off. You cool off. And you cool down.
Yeah.
And you heat and you warm up. So heat is up and cool is down. That makes sense.
Yes.
Turn the AC up or down.
You turn the AC up or down. You never heat on and you never heat down and you never cool up. But what if you were getting like increasingly cold? That's not getting cooled up. But the off and on, is that consistent with the same concept? That's how you end up with like Eastern European guys being like, oh man, I am really cooling up.
It exactly is. That's exactly how that happens. Speaking of commercials that are still stuck in my head, 800-588-2300 Empire today. Or sail away on the Block Island ferry. Take a trip, it's a carefree time. Just about every dinner goes well with a glass of milk. Spaghetti, you're pushing it. I'd like a soda, if I'm honest, with a spaghetti dinner, a root beer. If I'm gonna be real. This one has a little bit of a smell that I'm a little concerned about. Oniony, dusty.
Oniony, dusty. Yeah, no, it smells like a UK Mac. Okay, we have UK friends, and we, what's with the onions? I'm gonna do the Joe Biden. We've tried lots of UK Macs. What's with the onions?
$1.9 trillion relief so far.
Ham and dust is what it tastes like to me.
Ham and bones.
Mac tastes like ham and dust. I think it's more than mild ham. I think it's strong ham.
Strong ham. Strong ham, Massachusetts.
Go up to Strongham.
It's almost got a brown tinge to it.
Yeah, peanut butter.
Yeah, we don't actually need 4 pots. You can just disable that corner pot.
Disable. Suspend.
Ah! There's a pouch in here.
Oh, it's because they're flavored. What about the other one?
It had a pouch and I extracted it. I didn't see this pouch. It was an Invisa pouch.
Some brown sugar and...
That was that.
Oh my Lanta.
It just popped its top.
It popped its top, bro.
Was I supposed to like prick it? Yes.
Oh, dude, does it smell like peanut butter?
I think I might have gone by, like legitimately.
It's freaking horrible.
Yeah, just terrible.
Can you imagine buying that and being like mac and cheese? I mean, at best, it's a spiral noodle with hot water on it.
Yeah, with gross hot water.
With gross hot water, with sewage water. At best, it's sewage water.
It's like sewage water in macaroni. Excellent.
Excellent. nice work, everybody.
Good product.
Thanks, CVS. Why are you making me do this?
Because this is your idea.
I like to get cat puke and pour it into pasta.
It smells like old people. Well, there you go. One for each of us.
I like bottle caps.
I like
pigeons. Love pigeons. Oh, yes, I do. Although I don't like everything that you like. Still, I like you. You thought I was going to go up?
A thick, creamy, ready-made sauce combined with radiatory pasta. We selected our Farmer's Finest award-winning cheddar to craft the velvety smooth sauce of our Farmer's Reserve macaroni and cheese. Folded into our 100% organic radiatory pasta, it is a supremely cheesy, seriously convenient upgrade on a comfort food classic.
I really like speaking with data.
Hashtag data is beautiful.
Hashtag data is beautiful. Hashtag I love science. You know, okay. I prefer to open my bags with this seal broken, so it's all top in, and so that Nina can clip it properly.
Okay.
No, but you do the corner, and then you can pour out, and then you can still roll it and clip it, and then if you need to, you can put it in a Ziploc bag after that.
So you know what I end up doing? I rip it shallowly so that we don't have a side that's completely exposed.
That's the trouble with those. You can have it go all the way down, then your bag's...
Yeah, you've opened it
This
half.
combination strategy I don't like. I think you've just weakened the integrity of the bag.
Well, what would you have done? Done half?
Just the top.
But right now,
I wanted to do just the top.
Just the tip and only for a minute.
sharing purposes.
Well, John,
Yes.
I brought a costume, and I'm gonna go put it on.
Okay. This is excellent.
Can you zip me, actually?
I probably can, yeah.
Oh, you're such a lady.
Are you suggesting to me that we make the full Cracker Barrel?
Full Cracker Barrel.
And then
dope it with cheese.
dope it. You can't see Nina, but she looks disturbed. And not just because of this.
I also thought that we could dope this one. We could dope it as well.
Dope it up.
Dope it up.
Fuzzball.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
John's doping scandal?
Yes. We'll take this pasta, I'll remove some of the cheese, method to be determined, and then add the cheese into this.
Wonderful. The zombies were all having fun.
Wop, wop, wow.
The party had just begun.
Wop, wop, wow.
I bought some cider.
Is it filtered or unfiltered cider?
I don't know.
Pasteurized or unpasteurized?
Pasteurized.
Okay.
You want it unpasteurized? Of all the mac and cheeses to de-cheese.
I know, one of the best cheesy.
A lot of people are going to look at this as kind of sacrilege.
Yes. Well, that's kind of the idea, because this is a little safe, isn't it?
De-cheesing this is dangerous stuff.
Yeah, it cost me $5. I actually considered, what if we just take this, make it, and then add in the cheese sauce, you know? Easy win. Everybody will be like, oh, that was nice, that was pleasant, but everybody will remember that time John washed away cheese down the drain. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous.
It just
It's stupid. What am I doing? What the hell am I doing here, you know?
What actually are you trying to determine? What are you trying to figure out? Whether or not one of these other cheeses is slightly better than them. What are you trying to figure out?
Nothing. This is going to be a shot for the ages, Nina.
My God. May our children forgive us.
Macaroni and cheese soup. Would you like to try the mac water?
That sounds disgusting. No, I don't want it. I just saw a peek of it. I don't want it.
I don't advise it.
Plus, you got your flavor saver there.
I've never had a mustache before in my life.
She always puts out these like stupid glittery cats. And a few years ago, I started to make a comment about like, yeah, can we like get ornaments that are not those stupid cats? Because I actually hate them and I hate how they look.
Really? You hate them?
I hate them.
I think they're fun. I really like them.
And now if like we go to like Michael's and they're all over the place.
It's kind of an essential Halloween decoration, no?
So now, of course, Nina insists on using them.
Yeah, of course.
And after all these years, they've grown on me some.
I'm happy to see them on a yearly basis.
I hate them. This whole Han Solo costume that women dress in every fall, it's not going out of style, is it?
No.
The leggings, the boots.
It's still around for some reason.
We're going on like 10 years now of memes about it.
I know. It's been a long time.
I also think that the pendulum of it's somehow uncool and generic of you to like pumpkin spice.
It has swung back the other way.
Yeah, where actually you're the jerk if you point out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pendulum doth swingeth forever.
Yeah.
It'll be back.
I mean, it's really on the brink of being way too freaking salty.
Yeah. It's right on the hairy edge of that, isn't it? In very small print, for a more authentic for more.
Like, if you want, throw in 1 tablespoon of butter for rich flavor.
And you want?
I want rich flavor.
We were under this delusion that we were gonna get like 2 or 3 items. The f was that?
Ice maker?
I'm sorry, we'll talk about
The
that.
ice maker went. John, is Matt in there? If I was EJ, I would say that a stupid millennial wrote this. Sure, it looks small, but this nifty little macaroni began with a big idea to create a super nutritious noodle that looks, cooks, and tastes just like a normal, delicious
Can you
noodle.
use your hands more? People like when you speak with your hands.
Oh my God, Nina's referring to one of the metaverse briefings with Zuckerberg and one of his high-ranking people, and they were going, the thing about the metaverse.
Do you want to take us through some of the exciting games?
Absolutely. Over the years, we've had the opportunity to work with incredible developers, like Vertigo Games.
The thing about macaroni and cheese, and I don't know if you know this, but if you make these boxes, you're really going to like it, and it's going to taste good in your stomach.
Speaking
and
with your
smile
hands,
the entire time you're talking
No.
because you also want to be
It's
smiling.
ridiculous.
And the shame spiral of mac and cheese. The festival of shame spirals.
I have to kill squirrels upstairs.
I don't kill no squirrels intentionally.
John's upstairs like Gollum snapping the necks of squirrels.
They are nice and fresh, precious.
If I had a rifle and was a reasonable shot,
Yeah.
I would take to shooting groundhogs.
Yeah, you'd be like the old lady at the beginning of Ratatouille.
If anybody out there wants to come to Massachusetts who is a legal hunter and they can come hunt deer in my yard, you have my permission.
Is that some kind of Patreon perk?
Yes, hunt deer in John's yard. Try not to break the windows, but if you do, it's okay.
Well, the metaverse is constantly evolving.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about what our great developers have been working on.
And when you don't know what to do and your hands have been open for too long, thumbs up.
We're focused on this a lot right now.
I'm a stupid millennial. I wrote She-Hulk and the back of a mac and cheese box. I'm a stupid millennial.
Did you see that go down?
Did you see that go down?
I didn't handle it well, but I don't know if I could have done any
I think
better.
we probably have it.
Either this was going to go into the drink, or I was going to make this mess.
Straight into the drink.
This one will be slightly less cheesy than perhaps it
And
should.
the other one will have bonus
cheddar in it, yeah.
Delicious caramel cheese.
Wow, I spilled a lot of it.
Put your foot through a friend's attic.
Oh yeah, that sucked. That one I carry shame over. I was in my friend's attic and I stepped like onto, there were parts of the floor that didn't have planks.
Yep.
And I stepped into one of those and just went through.
They're not exactly the grandest of entrances. These are our best stories about making an appearance through the ceiling.
Not worth $3 by any means. I will never buy these, Max.
Okay, fine, don't.
You line it up with the core.
Put it in the bung of the
just
apple.
Shove it right in, and then.
No! Look, I've got an open heart, an open mind. You know, I should.
With an open heart and empty soul.
Oh, thank you. Welcome, it's mine. It's yours.
I mean, you can use it to mash potatoes.
Sure.
You can mash potato.
You can mash potato.
You can make some crisp.
I like that.
Crisp. They'll order 35 pizzas.
When we get pizzas at work, it's like a pizza apocalypse. The people are taking home whole pizzas.
Turkey was served at Christmas for a long time. Somehow it became very standardized on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and then you have a ham for Christmas often.
Ham goes with apple.
True. I'll eat anything, anytime. You just give it to me, I'll take care of it.
Awesome job.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done. Well done.
Do we handshake on the Red Cow Show? Good job, Matthew. A+.
What if we brought him this giant reindeer?
Okay, that's a good idea.
You like it?
I can't believe we did a giant freaking rainbow.
It looks like it's got some kind of skin disease.
Yeah, I don't know quite what happened.
Just like Fester.
John Fetterman.
The NES stuff got put. A lot of the John Fetterman's Quest. But anyway, so
Quest for Glory. I assume that you do not like point-and-click games.
I've had more fun with different kinds of games than point-and-click games. Oregon Trail had a little, because you could blow animals to pieces.
That was the only appealing part of it?
And going down the river. But certainly dialogue boxes about diarrhea didn't really get me. I feel like the prototypical version of the Mac is with Charisse. You only make a Charisse list for the Charisse Among Us.
For the Charisse Among Us, exactly. I'm cutting up the Velveeta just so it melts a little easier.
Oh, I don't want that job. That's too wiggly. Do you know we have a kid who doesn't like mac and cheese? She says it's too slimy in her mouth.
Even though your dad does a TV show about it?
Should he change the TV show?
You know, I don't like it doesn't mean that we do a different show about it.
That's very logical.
That's the stuff that John uses to vanish, you know, when he leaves a party unceremoniously.
He emulsified.
He just left a cheesy fog.
We're just giving it a minute to heat.
I like the way John's standing back from it and staring at it with pride. Just gotta let that sucker melt.
I'm just gonna fold it in.
Tap it
Fold it in.
Tap, tap, tappy. Give it a little taparoo. Oh my God, the cheese.
It's a crack. It's like crack.
You have to try to imagine this thick-ass layer of cheese. Yeah. Cryogenically preserving the mac and cheese. If this went into a tree, you could clone mac and cheese millions of years from now.
And a little bit of the Charisse, perhaps.
John goes quiet because it's so good and he forgets to describe what he's liking about it. And now let's eat more noodles. You like him? Or her? Jingle bell.
Jingle bell.
Jingle bell rock.
Sing it, sister.
Refused.
She wakes up at 6 a.m. going, jingle bell, jingle bell.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
That was then, this is now.
What book are you drawing in?
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
Timing is everything.
We also found this craft game.
Craft game?
Craft game?
Like Minecraft?
If there are extra cards, set them aside out of play. For example, in a 4-player game, there will be 2 extra cards. In this case, remove a 6. Is anybody as bored as I am?
We should play this game. Play the game.
Yeah, but I do too, but you can't. It's like when you play a video game and it's nothing but dialogue boxes and you desperately can't play the game.
The words are just stopping us from playing the game. We just want to play the games. It's not a candy win. It's not a Candy Crush when you can just like play the game.
Or you just leap in.
Some lovely Goodles, which we have tried.
There was a really important piece of information about Goodles we didn't say on the show.
What was it?
It's owned by Gal Gadot.
Does it have her name on it anywhere, or is it just we're not supposed to know? It's got like a toy that requires moderate to severe assembly.
Who wants some? Cluster?
Thank you.
Cluster?
I like it.
Cluster?
Pure?
What?
Pure chocolate?
Pure chocolate?
Pure chocolate. She goes, pure.
She used John's bathroom and said, oh my gosh, this potty's hot.
Yeah, the seat is warmed.
For Christmas, some people have hot toddy. John has hot potty.
I do. And that's only the lowest setting, Gloria. It could get too hotter.
School's closing.
The Christmas place is closing?
Or maybe Gloria will buy it.
Or not. It's too expensive.
I like square waffles a lot more than round waffles, to be honest with you. I'm going to take a big piece of my mac and cheese solid, right? And I'm going to put it in directly. And I'm going to close it down.
What the?
It's burning. It's burning. I'm sorry, everyone. It's softened up again, understandably, because it's not a waffle.
Third attempt.
I'm going only forward. Only forward, Frankie. Not going back. No, only forward. It's not de-waffling. We're gonna like break them up. So we got multiple wafflettes.
I want to know how hot dogs made their way into this.
I had extra hot dogs. This is waffled. There's no doubt. I don't think you can deny that it's waffled.
This is what happens when Junt puts doped up mac and cheese in his $1 church fair waffle iron.
Round waffles. And I'm gonna put it in. It smells like a little bit of burnt cheese, but maybe it's just golden. It's softened up again, understandably, because it's not a waffle. I could try it again and try to let it cook for longer until it really solidifies. Really freaking cheese it. Applying a lot of pressure here. In an attempt to add some more stability, it's sticking because I didn't spray it. I'm going only forward. It's starting to look like a waffle. Actually, I think I'm gonna leave it more. This is waffled. There's no doubt. I don't think you can deny that it's waffled.
I think you could put maple syrup on it. Pretty good.
Not as bad as I thought. Would I recommend you make it? No. Obviously it went well because the music got better.